Greetings everyone and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda the Minish Cap. Today, we're going to tackle the second dungeon, the Cave of Flames. Yeah, it is pretty hot in here. Let's get this settled. Anyway, the exit to the north is a dead end, so we're going to take the exit to the east. This enemy is an enemy that we've seen in Link's Awakening. Remember when we slashed those bombs and they could run away from us and explode? Yeah, they're here too. However, in this game, if you slash at them while they're running around, they'll stop, and you can throw them around like bombs. And these guys, you have to flip them with your shield. Yes, they're in pretty much every Zelda game. Ever! Probably not every Zelda game, but whatever. You get the point. Hey, look, big chest already! Sweet. We got the compass. Alright, so anyway, this dungeon is, well, it's not that long, but it is slightly more dangerous than the first one. Watch out for the like-likes in this game. They don't steal your shields or anything like that, but they will steal your rupees, or at least those will. The ones with rupees on their heads. Shit, that didn't work very well. It doesn't matter, there isn't a bombable wall here. I thought there was for some reason. Fuck out of my way. Bomb. Oh boy, I see rails. I love riding the rails. Yes, the last time we saw rails in the game were in the Oracle series. There were actually many dungeons built around rail puzzles, and this game is no different. There will be rail puzzles, and they will be fun. Hey, there's the cart. And obviously Eslo has to say something about the cart. Yeah, perhaps we should, don't you think? This will be fun. I mean, how bad could it be? Holy shit! What are you talking about? That was not awful. That was awesome! Hell yes! I love riding the carts in this game. Let's do it again! Fuck you, Eslo. This is fun. Alright, anyway. It's enough of that foolishness. Time to actually progress the dungeon. Don't worry, we're going to see plenty of rails in the future. I wonder what I should do with these bombs. Fuck, I just can't get it. I can't get it! I should probably just be using my own bombs. Anyway, you can probably guess what to do here. Kill everything in the room! Make something appear. Wow, I shot one of them at the other. That was hilarious. Too bad you can't change direction while you have something sucked into your gust jar. Ooh, we created a portal. Okay, remember earlier when I said every dungeon is Minish and every boss is just a regular size thing, only you're small? I lied. I was wrong. Yes. Most dungeons are actually regular sized. You just have to traverse them, both small and large. Like so. And as... Wow, you can't hit those with your sword while you're tiny. As this dungeon will show you, not all bosses are normal sized. Can't open that chest as a tiny little thing. We also can't go down the steps, so only one way to go. Alright, now, I'm not getting that chest for some reason, but if you go up those steps and grab the chest, that's the map. It's the dungeon map. I don't need it, but if you want it, that's where it is. Wow, you think the lava's hot, really? You think it might be? Holy shit, Eslo. Come on. Alright, you can deal with these pots to make it easier on yourself, or you can just go over there and pick them up. You have plenty of time. Oh boy, I sense a flying puzzle. Alright, so these worms, you can't actually kill them, as far as I know. But when you hit them, they turn into little balls, they curl up, and you can throw them into holes to create platforms. Grab things. Wow. Certainly is exciting. This is kind of a convoluted way to get that treasure chest. But here we go. Alright, so for whatever reason, while you're flying, you can't fly over these rocks that are obviously shorter than what you just flew off of. Go figure. Whatever, I'm not going to complain. Even though I just did. Alright, so this treasure chest is on a podium. We can't get into it. We have to push it into that hole over there. Yeah. That's really a puzzle. Alright, so we've gotten ourselves a key. I remember seeing a locked door over by the other place where we got this cart. So let's go there! Hell yes. That's never gonna get old. I just imagine Eslo holding on for dear life. Rick has a grin on his face. Alright, so we hit the switch there. Changes the track. Let's ride it again. Those are squeals of joy, by the way. I'm gonna have to come back for that piece of heart. I've already passed it twice now. Alright, no reward for killing those guys. That card's flipped over. Can't use it. Apparently we're not strong enough to flip it over either. We're strong enough to lift a seed when we're tiny that's, what, I don't know, a good 100 times our body size? 60 times our body size? I don't know. I'm bad at judging things. Piece of heart! That's the only piece of heart in this dungeon, by the way. It's not like the first dungeon that had 2. Unless I'm missing something, in which case I'll come back and get it. It's Miniboss time! The Miniboss is several of those spiky chews. Now, you can use the boomerang if you've got it to stun them. You can also hurt them when they jump at you, or just as they're coming out of the spike form. So, you know, however you want to do it, take care of them. I prefer the boomerangs and then slash like a madman method. Eventually, you'll hit them all. Come on, you. There's just one more. Alright, upon killing the mini-boss, we get ourselves a cane! The cane of Pachi? Pacchi? I don't know. It's 2 C's. I would assume it's an Italian pronunciation, so I'm going to call it the cane of Pachi. So there you go. Or Pachi. Anyway, it flips over things, which is pretty useful. Shooting it at pots, you don't have to lift them up anymore. You can also flip over that. And hey, remember that minecart that was flipped over? I wonder if this will work on that. Also, shooting it into holes stores the energy and pops you right out of it. Very nifty. Hell yes. I actually love this item. It's great, and it's actually going to be used a lot in the rest of the game. Oh, we know what to do here. Yep, there you go. And a key we have. Alright, so there was a locked door at the other end of this path here, so we're just going to go check it out. Alright, so now we are down below in another floor. I think this is basement 2. We have to shrink down because we have to go get the cart. There's no cart there on the track, if you haven't noticed. The cart is right there. But to get to it, we have to be big. Because Tiny Link cannot use the cane. And neither can Tiny Rick, for that matter. Alright, so these things are traps. They are in a lot of Zelda games, and they've been around since the beginning. They pretty much just follow you if you're in their direct line of sight. Otherwise, they just sit there and do nothing. Not very dangerous at all. Those green things are also traps. They just, you know, go back and forth. Alright, so this room has 4 holes and 4 beetles. Pretty much gotta kill them. Or not kill them. Roll them up into balls. Throw them into the holes. Make ourselves a path to that switch. Now, I know I complained about Eslo pretty much telling you the obvious a lot, but there's also times where he doesn't tell you anything. Like, he never told us anything about those worms being able to fill the holes, which is something you'd think he would say. But, whatever. He just comes out to say the really obvious things. Alright, so this room has 2 treasure chests. Each one contains a kinstone piece. You need to use the Cane of Pachi to get them. Paki, Passy, I don't know, someone's gonna yell at me for that. And then I'll just use whatever you say. And there we go. Both Kinstone pieces. I'm collecting quite a lot of these, but you need a lot, so that's good. I'm gonna need much more than I think. Alright, so if you slash the fire with your sword, it goes away. I'm pretty sure you can also suck it up with your Gust Jar, if you really have the time for that. I don't know who has the time for that sort of thing. Alright, obviously flipping these platforms will allow us to pass by this lava navigating puzzle. Alright, you don't want to flip one that's already flipped because it'll just show up with the spiky side. Good thing is, though, they come right back, so... Hey, even if you, die, you can come back to it. Alright, coming over here is totally optional. Yet another item that you don't even need. Shit. It's another Kinstone piece! Wow, there's a lot of these things. There. That's how you're supposed to do it. Alright, so we need to charge up this hole to get into that whirly-gig whirlwind there. And we have to make our way back to that giant lava room, although this time we're going to be approaching it from a different angle. One that will allow us to pass by. Gotta say, the theme of this dungeon is pretty cool. It does make me think of a mine. A volcanic type of mine. What are they mining for down here anyway? What do you mine for in a volcano? Rocks? I don't know. Volcanic rock? Up here is some money! Hell yeah, 100 rupees that I can't even use. Wow, because my wallet's already full. Excellent! That's okay, I won't be coming back here anyway, so it's not like I missed out on anything. Alright, if you're good, you can get up there on the first try and you won't have to use that hole to pop yourself up. Alright, you're going to want to keep hitting these whirlwinds or else you're not going to make it. You're going to land in the lava, and it's not going to be pretty. They are said to bring happiness. I sure hope so. I certainly hope so. Alright, well, we're almost done with this dungeon. It's starting to move a little slow now, but what can you do? The big key is right here. I know I called it a nightmare in the last dungeon. I didn't mean to. I had Link's Awakening on the brain. It is a big key for the big door for the boss. You want to hit that red portal just in case you die to this boss. This boss is pretty challenging if you don't know what to do. But if you know what to do, it's actually pretty easy. You get 2 fairies up here, so I'm going to put one of them in a bottle, just in case I die, which is not going to happen, by the way. I plan on not dying. I have a pretty good history of not dying in Zelda games, so... This one shouldn't be any different. Although, that final boss... I'm getting way ahead of myself. Let's talk about this one! It's a dragon! Alright, so in the tradition of all Zelda games... Holy shit, my ass is on fire. As I was saying, in the tradition of all Zelda games, you have to use the dungeon item on the boss. This guy is no different. We're actually going to be using the cane to flip his backside. It stuns him, and there you go. Now, don't stand here and just keep hitting him, because eventually his body is going to sink into the lava, and if you're standing on it, you'll sink with it. Alright, watch out when he pops up. He's going to shoot extra fireballs at you. And while he first comes out, his backside is glowing. You can't actually hit him then. Alright, so when it starts doing this, where the lava starts to fill the room in this horribly resized pixel-type way, Wow, that looks awful. Holy shit, it's breaking too. Anyway, he's moving on to another form. And he's going to blow an assload of fire in one corner of the room. Watch out for that. And he's also going to move faster, so you got to abuse the roll mechanic to get to hit him in the back correctly. There we go. I love how in this game there's pretty much no rest after swinging the sword. I hope that you know what I mean. You could pretty much just swing it as fast as you want, and you know, it's great. Alright, so he's moving into his final form. God, it's like the lava cut in half. He's going to blow fire pretty much all over the entire arena. It's not that hard to get around, though. Come on. I had him. There we go. Alright, so one final time, and he is dead. And somehow turned all the way around as he explodes. Alright, so all the lava is going to cool down. And as happened before, the fire element is going to drop from the sky. Hell yeah. We have 2 elements now. I don't know why we're collecting them, but whatever. Ooh, I heard something happen. Up here! Yes, another heart container. And a green portal will get us out of this place. Yeah, I kind of wish that would have happened. Anyway, that's it for the second dungeon. I'll see you guys next time. Later.